What's up, everyone? Welcome to the World War IV scenario. So, at World War III, Germany, Norway, and Sweden lost. So here are the peace treaties. So, number one, Russia can annex all of the former USSR and former Russian colonies. Number two, Germany has to pay war reparations, which is quite about a billion or maybe 900 billion. 900 billion, maybe a trillion or something. And yeah, and Russia also take this large piece of land here. And now this is World War IV. So Switzerland will stay, we'll just try to stay normal, try to stay neutral. Yeah, neutral. Okay, so here Russia taking lands over there and over there. All right, and then here we have Benelux Union, Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands will be having like a Benelux Union, forming a union something. This time UK won't join the war because there's kind of too much comes. It's like painting all of its thing. And yeah, Turkey also kind of won the war, I think. I didn't watch my recent video, but and here are lands they could have of Greece, and they could also have some islands of Greece. It's quite some islands. So yeah, here Turkey is also quite gaining pretty well lands. Okay, now that I determined everything, I guess World War IV has to start. So, how World War IV starts? Okay. So, South Germany declares war on France. Okay, not very good. So, South Germany declares war on France. France made a successful invasion and just. Oh shit. Not supposed to be there. And then just makes an invasion over here, sends its navy all the way here and captures Corsica, and yeah, it's going pretty well, and but not for Benelux because they also declare war on the Benelux Union, and then the Benelux Union just surrenders like that. Because I don't think they're pretty strong compared to the Germans and the French. So I don't think they should be strong enough to defeat the Germans. Well, I mean, the French is not involved in the Benelux war. So South Germany is going pretty well, and South Germany and North Germany decided to form in just one country again, just to form Germany. Germany declares war. Wait. So Austria joins the war. Oh. So Austria joins the war. Austria and let me see. Austria and okay. Let me take a look. Let me take a paint. Let me paint. Check letters. And Czech Republic also joins the war. And yeah, to the Germans, it is just no problem taking them out. So they gathered quite a few 1,000 troops. Oh my god, I'm lagging pretty bad. Okay, so they landed invasion over here. They gathered 150 German troops and launch an invasion all over here, and this is where what? I'm sorry. Why am I lagging? Bro, I have no reason to lag. I have pretty good Wi-Fi. Okay, and then this is where Nazi Germany forms, and then Czechia is pretty screwed here, as they are attacked from both sides, and and the capital is captured, so they decide to surrender. And then now we have the Nazi German Empire. France is kind of screwed here, but Spain doesn't even want to join because their economy is downfalling because of what they used in the war. Poland is also kind of screwed here because they are surrounded by Nazi Germany and Russia. So they are also kind of screwed. But they do manage to capture Kaliningrad. And Germany also wants to form the German Empire at the same time. So they gathered quite a few troops, a few thousand troops, and launched an invasion over here. And then another one over here, capturing Kaliningrad, and then capturing this part of the area. Then Germany and Russia decided to ally with each other and share the land of Poland. But then, because of this, Russia says, "Hey, Germany, I guess I can let you keep Kaliningrad." And Germany decides to just give Kaliningrad to Russia anyway. Okay, it's Russia's. They just decided to give it to Russia anyway. Okay, this is where Sweden joins the war, attacking Russia, launching a surprise invasion. Okay, but first they had to oh no, my Wi-Fi. But first they had to sweep their navy through Finnish lands, and then they landed an invasion over here quietly, and then the Swedish forces push in over here. Another one pushes here, and Russia is not very screwed because he's very strong. Norway decides to make its move too, but the Russians decided to plan on like a secret nuclear attack, and all they gotta do is just, oh come on, please don't lag at me. Okay, anyways, they had to bomb the Swedish capital and all the IKEAs there, and Sweden had to surrender because they bombed all the Swedish IKEAs and Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. Therefore, this leaves Norway no choice but to surrender too, but not being annexed by the Russians. Well, at least Norway did gain land. France is also very screwed. I mean, look at France. It's very squeezed in by Germans. Okay, and that's when a miracle happens. You know what kind of miracle? Italy joins in the war to fight off the Germans from France. This is like a very awesome day for France, but not very awesome when it comes to Italy because now they have to work. So they capture Corsica, and they kind of fail to push. So Italy is also screwed. Germany is very strong, and its military surpassed Italy and France, and let's say it's now number 3 in military, and it was looking forward to surpass the USA pretty quick. And then they attack from both sides over here, and then they squeeze in, and then they just capture, and then the German forces connect, and then they continue to push, and then they sweep their navy to Corsica and capture it again, and then they also captured Sardinia, and they captured the southern part of Italy. Italy also decided they do a thing, but but for them it did not very go well, and they only recaptured only one state. So Italy had to surrender. And here are the lands Germany could steal from Italy. And Germany here, they noticed that one Swiss hole over there because of Switzerland blocking, and so the Germans decided to annex Switzerland, the only neutral country in this war. R.I.P. Switzerland. I wish. Oh shit. Hey yo, what? Yeah, let me remove a paint. Free laggy. And yes, and yeah, and here are the Nazi German Empire, called the Nazi German Empire, and the newly formed Supreme Russian Empire is also doing well, annexing Sweden and Finland and all like the others. Britain is still not doing anything, staying neutral, I guess, and this is where the fun part starts. You see, Spain, let's just say that Spain and Portugal are not having good relations. So Spain has been preparing forces, and they're preparing air defense on the border of Portugal and stuff like that. Portugal has been doing the same too, and has been getting ready, surpassing a lot of people in military, and they were pretty ready for war. So this is why. But they had to find out who declares war on each other first. But it was an easy question, so Portugal just launched a surprise attack on Spain, and then Spain was screwed enough to get annexed by Portugal. But then from France, Spain found like a French weapon back then in World War III. In my last video, I didn't say that, but I still did it anyway. So they pushed over here, swooped in the northern part of the Portuguese mainland, and then these two states here had to, be recolonized, had to be recaptured, and Portugal surrenders then. And then Spain wins the Portuguese-Spanish war kind of thingy. And yeah, Germany is also doing pretty well. France isn't. And the French really isn't doing anything, so they had to surrender. This isn't a lot, though. It isn't really a lot, because it really isn't a lot. I don't have anything to show here. My phone is kind of broken, so I won't be posting for a few days, a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe a few years. But this is the end of the war. But with Germany fully annexing, with Germany fully annexing Denmark. With Germany fully annexing Denmark and stuff. And here are the peace treaties for after the war. Peace treaty number 1. France and Norway have to pay war reparations. War reparations are 500 billion. Next, Germany can keep all of the stolen lands. And next up, France has to be considered German France, of course, the German French Republic, and in its flag has to be, and its flag needs to have Germany in it, and Germany and Russia will kind of ally something. So yeah, Thank you guys for watching. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. And also remember, my phone is kind of broken. So, sorry about that. My phone's kind of broken because like the battery inside blasted out. So I won't be posting for a few months, maybe a few weeks. If I get a new phone, I could maybe post again or something. This may be my last video with my Huawei or something. Yep, the phone I'm using is Huawei. And yeah, that's kind of it. So, goodbye everyone. And if my phone successfully blows up, maybe I won't be posting anymore. It based on the situation here. And if you guys, and tell me if you guys want a World War V scenario. Okay, lately I've not been getting comments. I'm not very popular anymore. My subscribers are not blowing up. So please tell me if you want like a World War V scenario. And yeah, I'll mostly do it on Europe, maybe the world, maybe even Japan or something. So thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye. Make sure to subscribe and like though.